Okay, listen, we do have some updates for you since our last earlier briefing this afternoon. A couple of things. The bodies of the entire family were removed from the home at about 5:45 this afternoon. They were transported to the office of the Chief Medical Examiner in Baltimore. The autopsy will be performed tomorrow, and we'll have some more information in terms of cause and manner of death. Since this afternoon, we have determined that each one of the family members did suffer at least one gunshot wound. And those gunshots were from a .25 caliber pistol. We do know that. We've conducted over 50 interviews today with neighbors, friends, family members to try to determine a timeline as to who may have last had contact with the family. So we're still working on that to develop exactly when this may have happened. I guess based on that, I'll take some additional questions. I think that'd be more productive.
Sheriff, you talked about the injuries a little bit. You mentioned earlier cuts and abrasions, and now you're saying gunshot wounds. Could you tell us how you kind of figured that out?
Well, there was and there is evidence of lacerations and stab wounds, and we also determined there were gunshot wounds.
Have you any hint of a motivation here? He was employed actively.
He was actively employed. We found at least 5 notes left by Mr. Woods. One of the notes, there was some indication of some psychological problems. And I won't be specific, but at this point, that's all I can tell you about the notes. Her parents did come down to look for the family, and I guess they hadn't heard from them in some time. They came down to find out, why they hadn't heard from them when they made forced entry into the house, and the house was locked at that time. The house was locked. So when they made entry into the home, the parents did find the entire family. We are aware there were some maybe debt problems, some financial problems. I don't know to what extent. Again, that's going to be a part of the investigation.
Sheriff, have you been able to find out whether or not he was laid off, in fact?
He was not laid off. He was working currently for CSX.
I think, like everyone here today, I would be hard-pressed to say what I think about this tragedy. I think it's something that we never expect. It's certainly something we don't expect in a community like this, and unfortunately, you all are in the business of reporting this kind of bad news all of the time. I wouldn't say that you get hardened to it, but you get used to it. It's not what we're used to here in Middletown, and so we're all in shock. Everyone's in grief. This was a family that, while they haven't been with us very long, they are an integral part of our community, and it's a terrible, terrible human loss.